I'm Hugh Dow, Chairman of Media Brands Canada, and Media Brands is the holding company for a number of Canada's largest media buying companies, including M2 Universal, Initiative, Canada, and J3. And collectively, these companies represent in the media marketplace some of Canada's leading advertisers, companies such as General Motors, Sony Pictures, Home Depot, Royal Bank, to just mention a few of them. Well, it's certainly true that the trend is towards targeting advertising, and there are a couple of reasons for that. First of all, our ability to better define the target audiences through the increasing amounts of research and data that we have. So we have a much better fix on who our targets are. And secondly, because of technology and the ability to deliver messages to a defined audience or a defined target group. Television historically, and certainly today, is, from our perspective, from a media buying perspective, a two-dimensional medium. It can deliver geographically defined audiences, but because of the current business models that operate, they are generally of a very large nature, in fact, an entire province or a very large geographical area. They can also deliver audiences on a demographic or psychographic basis, as is the capabilities of many of the specialty television services that we have. So the ability to deliver an advertising message to a much smaller geographically defined target is very appealing, and indeed would add a very important and very interesting third dimension to the television medium. From an advertiser's perspective, we can obviously define on a geographical basis where our target audiences live, and the ability to deliver a specific message, for example, to golfing enthusiasts, to boating enthusiasts, are obviously very, very appealing to us. And I think, for many large national retailers, the Walmarts of this world, the Home Depots of this world, the ability to deliver messages to their trading areas, as they are currently doing through newspaper flyers and increasingly through some of the new digital media, will be a very interesting proposition. And then, of course, there is the whole third tier, which would be the local retailer. Very small advertisers who currently cannot afford to get into the television medium would be attracted by the ability to deliver messages to a very small group of consumers that are within their local vicinity or selling area. So it is or would be a very interesting new dimension to the television medium. And obviously, with the development of GPS technology, we're going to see many of the new digital forms having the ability to reach very small geographical units, which will, of course, put television at a disadvantage for those advertisers who are interested in reaching very tightly defined target audiences. Television is a very important medium to reach a very large audience very, very quickly, and that will, of course, continue to be one of the main features of the television medium. But increasingly, advertisers are looking to minimize waste, and they are interested in reaching an audience that does not contain non-prospects. They're looking for prospects. So, clearly there is increasing interest in minimizing marketing efficiency or maximizing marketing efficiency, which can be achieved through targeting. So there is an increasing interest in the ability for the various media to reach targeted audiences. I think clearly the availability of a new dimension to the television medium in terms of a targeting option will be of great interest to many advertisers who are not normally using television or find that it's unaffordable within their budgets. So clearly, because I would suspect many of these opportunities will be on relatively low cost because they are delivering small audiences, and we inevitably buy and price on the size of the audience, this will attract many new advertisers to take advantage of the targeting ability and the low-cost options. Well, the whole trend towards audience fragmentation has put tremendous strains on the operating efficiency of advertising agencies and particularly media buying companies because of the number of media units that we are involved with in terms of buying and evaluating and processing and paying and tracking and all of the other things that are involved. So these targeted opportunities will, as I just mentioned, will inevitably be of relatively low cost. So the option of having a number of vendors involved with this is not attractive from our point of view. We would prefer to deal with one vendor or very, very few vendors to provide the consistency, the comparability, and obviously the operating efficiency, which is very important in terms of us being interested in using targeted advertising. The consistency, the comparability of data, because as this proposal develops and unfolds, as I understand it, there will be more and more geographical units available. And we need to be able to have a consistent analysis of those units and to deal with a vendor that makes our life easier in terms of tracking and monitoring and paying and processing, particularly on the financial side. So absolutely our preference would be for one vendor. The overall impact will be inevitably to add a new dimension to the medium, which is important, I think, for the overall health of that medium, because clearly there is greater advertiser interest in targeting. And the availability of targeting within the television medium is important, I think, in terms of how that medium evolves, and particularly how it addresses some of the competitive developments that we're seeing, particularly on the digital side, as we see in more and more targeted opportunities. So, I see it as a dimension that will provide, greater overall benefit to the medium, and will just give us more options from mass to niche to super niche, because that really is the way that advertising is developing and is evolving, and is clearly the opportunities that many advertisers are looking for.